Hey, welcome to the 7th episode of Committed Critics, a pop culture podcast where we're not just committed to our opinions, but also each other. Aww. I'm your host. I'm your host, Kevin Lau.
I'm Ryan Davis.
Who are you guys again? Where am I? I haven't been here in a while. Can you guys fill me in?
Your name is Bob.
Bob?
You owe me $10.
You hate everything that has to do with Star Wars. You think the prequels are better.
Oof. You guys are really trying to steal
You don't like The Last of Us. You think it's the worst game ever made.
You guys are really trying to steal my identity, aren't you here?
Well, how would you know? You don't remember.
Because I'm Zach Wright.
Oh, he pulled the mask back.
I'm back.
Yeah. Where have you been?
Life took over.
Darn life.
Yeah, darn life. I had some family stuff to take care of. Work and personal life got a little chaotic and hectic, but I'm here now.
Glad to have you back.
You missed book club.
Thanks, Ryan. You know what? I don't have time to read books right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, well, you're gonna hate it. You're gonna
You
hate
say
today,
that.
then.
You're gonna hate this episode. I mean, hey, your name Bob. You're gonna love this episode and what we have for you at the end.
Speaking of books, now that you're calling me Bob with amnesia, I think back to the Percy Jackson series, the sequel series, Ryan. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Bob the Titan.
Oh yeah.
Tell the stars. Bob said hi. Hi.
R.I.P. Bob. He ain't dead. He's just stuck in Tartarus.
What a reference.
Anyway,
What a
so
reference. Anyways, what have you
been up to, Kevin?
Okay, what I've been up to, I have, unlike you, Zach, I have been reading.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. I've actually went through a few books this.
Ooh, Shade Throne.
Went through a few books actually this past couple weeks. I read. So, do you guys know the Game Grumps at all?
Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah, you do not. Okay, well, the Game Grumps they make Let's Plays. I like watching them every now and then for like more of the comedy that they do. Very good. They're very good at improv.
Mm-hmm.
But they wrote a book recently called Ghost Hunter Adventure Club: The Secret of the Grand Chateau. It is a parody of the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew type books.
Okay.
I thought it was just okay.
I was kind of excited for that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You started off so excited. Like you started off like they made this whole book. It was okay, and I was like,
yeah,
huh?
I was like, okay, I can. If this is the pitch, I'm kind of going for it. And you're like, it's okay. I'm like, oh, this isn't the pitch, is it?
Yeah, no, it's the review.
Darn.
So yeah, basically, it's kind of like the Princess Bride novel, where the quote unquote author is a character that inserts themselves into the story. They're like, "Hi, my name is Dr. Cecil, and I'm writing this story for you young kids. I usually write adult novels." Those parts where the author inserts himself are really great. Unfortunately, it only happens twice.
Oh no.
Interesting.
Yeah. At least with the Princess Bride, it happens like pretty much every chapter. Like the author interrupts a few times. That's a whole discussion.
You don't want my thoughts on the Princess Bride.
Did you read it?
I've not read the book. I've seen the movie.
Okay. It's the Princess Bride book.
Okay.
Is one of those things where it's like if you didn't like the movie, you will most likely love the book.
Okay.
Because the book for the Princess Bride by William Goldman, who's a fantastic novelist and screenwriter, it is not about the story of the saving the princess and all that stuff. It's not the fairy tale story that's in the movie.
Right.
It is about an author trying to adapt that story into a shorter version of what his kid would enjoy reading because he loved it as a kid.
Oh, okay.
It is in a very meta way. It's about like a father crafting a book to bond with his son.
Interesting.
Yeah. So basically, like the original Princess Bride is like 1,000+ pages and really dry, really boring. So this quote unquote author is trying to adapt it to be like 300 pages with all the interesting stuff put together. And he's just always inserting little notes here and there. Is like, yeah, I had to skip like 200 pages because it was just going over how green the grass was or something like that. It's a lot funnier than I make it sound.
Okay.
But it's definitely like one for the reading list. I would highly recommend.
Okay, maybe I'll give the book a try. The movie did not. Everyone's like, "Oh, I love The Princess Bride."
Yeah.
The movie didn't do anything for me.
I didn't really
Same.
care too much when I first saw the movie either. But I feel like the movie is essentially the extension of the joke that the novel builds up.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an updated edition of the novel too that talks about the quote unquote author and the process of making the movie. And it's really funny.
Okay. Cool.
Stephen King gets involved. Speaking of Stephen King, a little bit of a segue. I read Horrid by Katrina Lino, which also came out a couple weeks ago as of recording this. And that one has a really strong Stephen King vibes. Katrina Lino is an independent author I've been following since basically her first book, Half-Life of Molly Pierce. And I really like her prose and style. She writes young adult fiction. She started off with like a psychological thriller. She kind of delved into young adult romance for a little bit, and that was kind of like, it's okay. But then lately she's been getting into young adult horror, and that's really good. Because when I first started reading her books, it was like, oh, it's like a Stephen King style,
Right.
Like this, really close to how Stephen King's prose is. So now she's kind of like found her footing with horror. Anyway, Horror is about a young girl who moves to Maine, the famous state of Stephen King.
Right.
Where everything bad happens to every protagonist ever.
Yes, exactly. But basically, she moves into her house, a new house that they inherited from her grandmother, away from Los Angeles because her father had recently passed away, and she and her mother are just trying to move on from that. But the house is haunted. Ooh, spooky.
Ooh.
Of course.
But really, yeah, of course it's haunted. But really, what it really is about grief and how different ways that people go what's the word?
Process deal through it,
grief. Yeah, exactly. So it's it's like really strong thematically. And the scares are few and far in between, but those get pretty creepy, especially towards the end when the twist comes in.
Okay.
But if you're looking for a horror novel that's not too spooky but also really good, highly recommend Horrid by Katrina Lino.
Cool.
If you want something spookier by her, You Must Not Miss is also fantastic and honestly a perfect 5 out of 5. Horrid, it's a little slow in some areas. I give it a 4 out of 5.
So what kind of Stephen King vibes does it give off? Like, which of his books is it like, or is it similar to?
Yeah.
The Shining. It is most like The Shining.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And then based on Ryan's recommendation, I started reading The Mysterious Benedict Society by Trenton Lee Stewart.
Woohoo.
Ryan, guess what?
Uh-oh.
You don't like it, do you?
I think it's just okay.
I figured as much.
Kevin's Just Okay is more heartbreaking than it being like it's bad or it's good. It's like, oh, it's like when a parent's like, oh, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
That's Kevin when he says okay reviews.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I'm about 163 pages, I think, roughly around there. I say roughly that, but I gave a specific number. So it started off pretty interesting. You have like the drama of like the kid, the main character, going through these tests that so he can it's like, oh, I want to be done like living at this orphanage. I want to become something better. Then he passes these tests, and then the narrative kind of slows down, and then it's like, you're gonna be spies, and we need kids to do this because the world might be in danger because of these subliminal messages that people have been putting in television.
Oh yeah, it definitely takes a left turn. It definitely takes a wild left turn.
Wait. Isn't it just Kingsman?
No.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought as I was reading the reveal of like why the kids were taking the test. I was like, this is just Kingsman for kids.
Came out before Kingsman though.
He came out before Kingsman. I don't know. I have to look up when the Kingsman comics came out. I don't know the year. I'll talk more about the Mysterious Benedict Society when I finish it. Right now,
keep going.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Kingsman comics came out. The Kingsman comic book series came out in 2012, and
that's after Mysterious Benedict Society.
Yeah, it's 5 years after, because that came out in 2007.
Really? 2012 when the comics came out?
Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
The movie came out in 2014.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's old.
That's crazy.
Ooh, me.
Oh no, are you alright, Kevin?
Choked on my water. Yeah, I choked on some
Kevin?
water.
He can't multitask.
Kevin's-
He is just so.
Kevin, are you gonna drown on land?
He is just so underwhelmed by
man.
this book series.
Yeah, so underwhelmed I choked on water just to get out of it.
That hurts. This is my favorite book growing up.
But no, I'll okay.
Oh God.
Oh man. Okay, I should be good.
Cool.
But yeah, I'll talk more about it when I finish it. But like I'm at the part where they're at the institute that they need to be sneaking into. They just fell through like a ditch, through like some vines. But we'll see how that goes. And oh man. Actually, Ryan, you want to talk about your things a little quick?
Ryan,
yeah,
take over.
you're gonna be okay.
While he recovers. Just ignore him. He'll mute his mic. He'll be okay. Ryan, go
All right,
ahead.
Kevin, just don't die on us.
No, I'm good.
So anyway, I've done 2 things over this time period we've had. I instead of reading regular books, I've read comic books.
No.
You know what, Zach?
Comic books are mainstream,
No.
Zach.
You know what?
Yeah.
Whenever we get to my thing, like you guys can both go nerd.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna go nerd. But
You love it. You can, right? Or Kevin can.
I still think it's nerdy. But yeah. Anyway, so I don't know how many people know this, but CW came up with this whole thing. The Arrow series and merge the universes called Crisis on Infinite Earths. Crisis on Infinite Earths is based off an actual comic. I tried reading that comic. It's something.
How'd it go, Ryan? Break us down. Is it like a it's okay Kevin review, or is it a bad?
Okay, so you know how like Crisis on Infinite Earths had that whole precursor with Elseworlds or whatever?
Yes.
Like that slow build up to Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Yes.
That's basically what this comic does for the first like third of it.
Ryan, here's the thing. I read Wikipedia. I know exactly what you're about to say for this comic because I'm like, how accurate was the like CW crossover? Like how, and my God, it is to a T the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Oh
No, like,
my God.
I mean, like obviously they don't have all the characters they have
Yeah.
from the comic
Right.
and the CW universe, but the build up for it is ridiculously slow.
Mm-hmm.
I could not. It was so hard getting past because they kept introducing all these different characters because they have way more to work with.
Mm-hmm.
But they want to introduce like
Mhm.
different characters from different Earths. So you have like Earth 2 character working with Earth 1 of the same character, and you have to figure out which one is which. And
Alexander Luthor working from Earth 2 with Superboy Prime, and they get put in a pocket dimension. Spoilers. I mean, it's a whole mess.
Right.
I was losing my mind trying to keep up with who was who, and then they have Harbinger, who I think in the TV show is Lila,
And
Diggle's wife.
She's the same. It's the character's the same in the comics and the TV show. She is
Yeah.
Lila Michaels in the TV show, but she's an Argus agent, and they had to like, oh, she's Harbinger now because that's who she is in the comics.
Yeah, so I don't even know if that was their original intention when they first create the Arrow character.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, maybe.
I mean,
who knows?
maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, they do everything. I believe doesn't Green Arrow become he becomes a Spectre.
Yep, it becomes a Spectre. Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't in the comic.
Right, it's Jim Corrigan or whatever. It's
Yeah,
basically
the
like,
original Spectre.
Yeah, Jim Corrigan passes it off to Oliver in the crossover. Basically, that's the only difference.
Yeah. And also like okay, I will say the Anti-Monitor and the Monitor's look in the comic are completely different from the one in the show.
Oh my God.
I will
Yes.
say the guy at the sideburns right, but that's about it with the Monitor.
No, you mean mutton chops, man. Those are mutton
mutton chops. I was like, what is this design on? Like when I saw him in the show, I was like, that's kind of a weird design.
Mhm.
And I saw him in the comic, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
right,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
No, like
And
the crossover on CW, they did it the comic verbatim. Even like the little like afterward, like when the universe is put back together.
yep,
Like in the comic, the Anti-Monitor comes back and tries to destroy the new Earth Prime one more time, and they do it. They end it the exact same way in the show. Like all the heroes reunite one more time. do the "for Oliver" chant. I think in the comic, it's like for Barry or for Supergirl.
Yeah, it's it's Barry, because Barry's the one who has the biggest death.
Right.
Like Supergirl is like a sad death, but it's Barry who's like, whoa.
Yeah, and it's verbatim. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was too wild. It was hard to get it. It's a hard build up into it. I had to skip around a little bit because some parts they were just like, we're gonna, you know how old time comics, everyone just had to have like a word on the page or something, or just like have their own inner thoughts playing, like, oh my gosh, the bridge is broken, yada yada yada. And I'm like, I can clearly see the bridge is broken, but
yeah, no, that's a fun thing with old comics. They had to over-explain everything.
Yeah, that's what drags down this book the most, is that it's like it's just walls of text among pictures. And it's not even like they barely have any pictures. Like, it's weird because I've gotten used to not just newer comics, but even like things like Watchmen,
right?
Who had mostly images on the page. It rarely was a wall of text, unless it was supposed to mean something,
right? Yeah.
And this was just literally just text, and I was like, and the text is so small because the panels are so small, and I'm just like, my eyes are bleeding right now.
I'm just befuddled that like the CW actually like did it verbatim, like how all loosely like they're based off of in like the like shows themselves. Like Oliver Queen is not the same Oliver Queen he is in the comics. Like, I'm surprised they did it verbatim.
I do have to ask, who played who was supposed to be the equivalent of the Alexander Luthor Jr. In the CW one? Because in this version it's the son of Earth 3's, which is where Luthor is good.
Yeah.
And it's Lois Lane's kid, who just for some reason ages rapidly.
Yeah, there really isn't like a good Lex Luthor. Like, they make like the John Cryer Lex Luthor, he becomes a Paragon basically, so that's kind of like the Lex Luthor tie-in. But he's just there to cause mayhem and trouble for no reason. I don't.
Gotcha.
There's 7 Paragons still. They're all different heroes. So
I know Batwoman replaces Batman. Supergirl replaces Superman. Yeah, basically all of that. It's the comic does some things good, and I think the show probably did some things better.
Yeah, that's debatable.
I need to watch the show again just so I can compare it.
Oh, we can watch it. We can watch it. This is what we can do. We can all sit down and watch the crossover together.
I'll watch the crossover again.
Is it on Netflix yet?
Yeah.
The whole thing's on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Well,
you can
watched it.
But you guys gotta
It'll be something.
You guys gotta sit through 8 seasons of Arrow first.
Nah, I'm just gonna watch the crossover. Gonna go straight into it.
I got through 6 seasons of Arrow, roughly.
I got through 4. Well, not even 4 actually. I stopped in the beginning of 4.
Oof, yeah,
that's fair. That's honestly fair. 3 was already bad enough. Honestly, I thought about rewatching the first 2 seasons. So,
I respect that.
And the other thing I read that I kind of want to touch on is I read Deceased and its spinoff, Deceased Unkillables. I think I've talked a little bit about Deceased before, but it's it's basically the DC's version of a zombie apocalypse, where the entire world ends because of a virus that's transmitted to people through technology. And that just
it is DC's response to Marvel zombies.
I thought you were going to say through aerosols. I'm like, wow, that's pretty on the nose for our current times.
Nope, they do it through technology, which I think is even more dangerous because it's like, if you're looking at any screen that's hooked up to the internet, that's how the virus just transmits into you. And from there, you can...
It's like 1984.
It's terrifying because I'm like, as much technology as we have, like everything's hooked up to the internet. Unless you're like living out in the middle of nowhere, you're pretty much like screwed. Like there's that one point where like some of the superheroes, like they're on a camping trip, and one of them happens to be like, I want technology. I hate being in the outdoors, and looks at their phone and turns into a zombie.
Nice.
And I'm just like, dang it. And it's like some heroes you like think, oh well, they don't use technology. Like Superman, he uses the X-ray vision so he doesn't have to look at any screens.
Right.
would think Batman would be safe from it because he lives in a cave.
Batman looks like screens all the time.
Yeah, Batman's screwed.
Oh yeah, no, he gets screwed, but not the way you think he does.
He has the Batnet. What are you talking about? He doesn't have the internet. He has the Batnet.
The Bat computer.
And then like some of the heroes, like the deaths in this thing is brutal. It does have some of the heroes do have their shining moments. Green Arrow is one of them. Zach.
Sweet.
He goes on a very big killing spree.
Nice.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, a lot of heroes have their own moment, but I also read Unkillables, which is a spin-off, which is all so at the end of the first one, some of the heroes escape into space. But it's like these are the heroes and villains who got stuck left on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's people like Red Hood, Orphan, or she's Batgirl in this version.
Mm-hmm.
Bane, Deadshot,
oh my,
Solomon Grundy, Cheetah, it's people like that. So it's like basically the Suicide Squad.
Why did you say Solomon Grundy like Forrest Gump? Grundy.
Grundy.
I mean, Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, so I just assume it's Grundy instead of Grundy.
No, it's Grundy. No, it's Grundy.
It's Grundy. Then why did they say Monday?
Grundy
and Monday don't. The point.
I don't know.
But I have a quick question: is Deceased part of the main universe, or is it a like alternate universe?
It's everything's like every character is caught up to that point in the universe, like every other comic. You have like
right.
Barry Allen, you got the Black Kid Flash now, even though they do have it's like both Wally Wesses are there. It's like everyone's like looks how they do in the main universe, but it's definitely a spinoff. Because the amount of major characters they kill, I mean, it has to be a spinoff because they kill a lot of main characters.
Yeah, so there's like a point in the main universe where it just kind of splits.
Yeah, basically, and
smart.
I mean, it's just because if they had done this in the main universe, there was no coming back from it. Like they did a slight zombie apocalypse thing with Drowned Earth. That one is where Atlantean gods or fish gods or aliens or I don't know. They're fish from another. They're fish people, and they drop poison water on the earth, and if the water touches you, you turn into a fish man and try going to psychotic rage.
Hey, it's like a Doctor Who episode, Water from Mars.
Ooh, it was weird. It was weird because it's like the only people who can stop this is Aquaman, Mira, and the only other people who are alive are Superman, Flash, who's half fish now because his legs touch the water, and I can't even remember who else was alive after that. Cause Batman was stuck in the Hall of Justice, and all of his arms and legs are broken.
Oh God.
Cool.
Rip.
Yeah, so I was just like, this is the weirdest, stupidest comic I've ever read in my life. But go off. But no, Deceased is much better. Unkillables is much more violent because they have, villains who are not afraid to kill compared to the heroes. Like Deathstroke, literally they have him do that famous picture where the men are like holding the flag up. I think it's World War II.
Iwo Jima?
Yeah.
Huh?
Iwo Jima?
Yeah. Yeah, Iwo Jima. Imagine that, but it's literally just Deathstroke and the Horde of the Undead.
Nice.
Yeah, so I highly recommend it. They're coming out the sequel now. I think it's like Deceased When Hope Failed or something like that. But it's basically the people from like who left, the people who survived and went off to space. Oh, it's called Deceased Dead Planet.
Okay.
Hope World's End is a different thing. But Dead Planet is where all the people from space come back to try and figure out how to save the Earth again. Even though, I mean, the Earth is screwed, and the major...
Yeah, they're really killing it with those titles, though.
Oh, yeah, no, it's really good. Like, it's depressing, but...
The titles, like, the titles themselves, like Deceased and Deceased Unkillables and Dead Planet, like, that's actually some pretty good titles.
I like their, they
sound badass, yeah.
They have some variant art where they take, like, horror movies but make them, like, deceased. Like one of them was like Deceased, but it's like a It thing, so it has like zombie Joker handing a balloon to Jason Todd, and I'm like, that's pretty good.
That's cool.
Yeah, but
that's cool as hell.
I highly recommend it.
Cool.
But Zach, go on to you.
All right. Well, I haven't gotten that far in it, but someone for my birthday, or Christmas, one of the two.
It was birthday.
One of
no,
the
it was
two.
Christmas.
Ryan got me the whole Kingdom Hearts collection.
Nice.
So now I'm indebted to play it for him. And let me tell you.
What'd you think of the coconut tree?
Ryan, Kevin, the coconut tree, I had to Google to find the last coconut. And if that gives you any indication of how I feel about this game, I am very frustrated. So
All I remember is how I was with the coconut tree.
I wish I had seen the coconut tree. That's always
there was a point. So I just got to Agrabah, and I think I'm like a little under halfway done. I've been trying to like get it done so before a PS5 comes out, but I want to try and play the whole collection before PS5 comes out. I don't think that's gonna happen just because I've gotten a lot more busy recently. But yeah, I pumped through the Hercules world. I pumped through both Traverses towns. I got through Tarzan.
Tarzan.
And my God, I forgot how much like old school video games don't hold your hand at all.
Yep.
Like it's like figure it out. Like you can wander
especially
back.
JRPGs.
Yeah. It's like you can I wandered back to like a couple areas, and I kind of got inklings of where to go, and then eventually I just had to look up a walkthrough because I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going.
Deep jungle is like that.
Yeah, I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going. It's not even like there's no like rhyme or rhythm to it. It doesn't make sense like to what areas you have to go to figure it out. Like you go from like the bamboo thickets all the way back to the treehouse, and then you gotta go back to like the cliff, and then you just go all over the place. And I'm like, why? It's not like nice and fleshed out. You just gotta kind of figure it out on your own and hope you stumble across it.
Yeah, Zach, I remember you messaged me like, is there a map? And I'm like, no, that doesn't come in until the second game because people were
There's no
about
map. There's no compass. I just got health bars. Thank God.
Yeah, if you didn't have health bars, I don't know. And I laugh because one of the abilities you have to get is to get a health bar to see your enemy's health bar. And I'm like, so if you turn that off, you're just like, well, like beat it until it's dead.
And I swear to God, I'd rather just like not have companions. Cause I only like Goofy. Goofy's the only one I like because he at least like kills himself while attacking another enemy.
You and everyone else.
Like Donald doesn't do a thing. Tarzan kind of did stuff. Tarzan had the like audacity to throw 2 potions at me once, and that was nice. But that's about it. But Donald doesn't do a thing. It's not even like he attacks when he's not supposed to. He just sits there and just takes hits. I'm like, why? Why are you?
Zach, I can finally send you all the memes about hating Donald Duck in Kingdom Hearts.
Like when you told me that before, and I just thought it was gonna be like, like, oh, he's not healing when he needs to. No, he is useless. He does nothing. Oh my God. But yeah, so that's what I've been struggling with.
I think they tried to make him like that in every single game.
It's like a meme now.
Yeah, like the third game, he's a little bit more helpful. Yeah. But like
just a little bit.
But like the first game and even the second game, he's still useless.
So Ryan, after I finish Kingdom Hearts 1, which one do I play next?
Chain of Memories.
Because
if you go to and then
Kingdom Hearts 2.
You have Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
Then you watch 350 and a half days because it answers some questions about Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay, cool. There's a nice video assignment for this game.
Yeah, it's just a movie essentially. It's like an hour and a half or so.
Okay.
And then it's after that it's Birth by Sleep, which is the prequel game.
Okay.
Which will tie in, that becomes a huge thing. You can watch Recoded. Apparently it has some elements, but like honestly, it's worthless.
All right, so I'm going to speed through all these games, watch the movie at 2 times speed, and try and beat this before November 12th.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. And Dream Drop Distance is easy.
Okay.
That shouldn't take you long. It's basically Kingdom Hearts with Pokemon.
Oh, God, okay. But yeah.
Turn-based Kingdom Hearts, that sounds worse.
Oh, yeah, no, you're going to hate Chain of Memories. If you think you hate 1 right now, Chain of Memories is going to make you want to cry. Put it on easy difficulty and just breeze through it.
I'm pretty sure I'm on easy right now. I think I'm on normal. That's a lie. I'm pretty sure I'm on normal right now.
Well, I remember you're on normal, and then you chose the sword and got rid of what? The shield or the staff?
The staff.
Yeah, that you screwed yourself over. You did this to yourself, man.
Yeah. It's not even
you don't ever...
Never boost your attack power. Always boost your magic and defense.
Yep.
I mean, fair, yeah. But like... I haven't like run into that issue yet, It's just been like, I mean, that might be like the boss battle issue, but like, it's just like navigation. That's my issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Traverse Town, Deep Jungle. You're gonna hate Atlantica, Little Mermaid's world.
Yeah, I got a feeling about that one.
And you're gonna hate the final world because the final world is the biggest of them all.
Is it Disney World?
Unfortunately, no. It's basically, well, I mean, it has a giant castle, but it looks like Disney World. If Disney World was depressing.
So Disneyland.
Yeah, yes.
Rip.
That's some Disney World elitist. That's me loving the parks coming out for a minute right there and throwing some shade on Disneyland.
I mean,
I've never been to Disneyland. I went to Disney World once in my life, and I still haven't been to Animal Kingdom.
I have been to Disneyland once, but I've never been to Disney World. So, but
you're missing some. You're not missing much.
I'm sure I'm missing some, but I'm also not a big Disney guy. So
that's true. Yeah.
That's fair. That's 100% fair.
But yeah, besides Kingdom Hearts, I really have been up to much.
Been playing a lot of Among Us,
I mean, yeah, whenever I have time. When I was procrastinating, my friends were like, you want to play? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll play. And then we rage until I got Jordan to play it. Jordan really likes it. She plays it every night.
Yeah, you guys got addicted to that.
Yeah, she plays it more than I do, honestly.
I play it with friends and nothing else because I don't like randoms.
Yeah, she plays with randoms. I just played it tonight for the first time with a couple randoms, and that was about it. I usually wait for friends to cut on, but right now I'm busy with work and stuff, so I'll have little time. And it's Jordan's birthday week, so on Friday, it's her birthday, so I got to get stuff ready for that.
Well, happy birthday to audio engineer Jordan.
Yep, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So, I have been informed that you two have a pitch for me.
We do.
Yes. Crack knuckles.
All right, so
Ryan, do you want to start with the pitch, or do you want me to start with it?
Real quick, we are at 30 minutes, about 31-ish minutes. You each have 5 minutes to give me your own pitch.
All right.
I will time it. You both have 5 minutes to give me a pitch,
Mm-hmm.
and then so 5, 5, and 5 to like Ryan goes or
Man, I only need 3.
Oh, okay. Got badass over
Wow.
here.
Oh man, look at me and my elevator pitch skills.
So Kevin, you'll go first. Ryan, then you'll go, and I'll give my thoughts and your pitches and my verdict. Sound good?
All right. Works for me.
Sounds good.
All right, Kevin. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey Zach, do you like mysteries?
Depends. Yes,
Do you like good characters?
I do like good characters.
Do you like interesting magic systems?
Depends on. Keep going. I'll let that one slide.
So, what if I told you there was a series that took place in Chicago, modern day, and about a wizard who was also a private investigator?
Ooh, okay. You got me enticed.
What if I also told you it was first person with a very sarcastic narrator, similar to Percy Jackson, but what if Percy Jackson was an adult?
I was gonna say it's like Percy Jackson with magic, but continue.
Yes, Percy Jackson already had magic.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what if I told you that in this world is also hidden a completely different world, just similar to Percy Jackson? It's urban fantasy, so you got every magical creature that you can think of is set in the modern day.
Okay.
There's vampires, there's demons, there's trolls, all that stuff. And this one guy, this one wizard, has to fight them all.
That seems very Harry Potter-esque and very much a chosen one savior route, but
It's not that there's no chosen one.
okay.
There's no chosen one prophecy in it either.
Oh, okay. He's got to fight
But yeah,
them all.
anyways,
Okay.
so
It's like Pokemon. Gotta fight them all.
right. Gotta fight them all. But anyways, Harry Dresden is this wizard who's the only wizard who has who's open about his use of magic and is a private investigator in Chicago solving crimes.
Okay.
So in Stormfront, the first book of the series, Harry Dresden is faced with a murder,
Oh.
where he must that looks like the murderer has used magic to kill his victims.
Mhm.
So now he has to use magic to track who the killer is, and while also might possibly escape from being framed for killing these people because he is the only person in the city that openly talks about magic.
Ooh, okay. I like it. A murder most foul.
Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna pass it off to Ryan now.
Oh, you are only at 2.5 minutes. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, Ryan, go ahead.
So, Zach, I recently read this. Kevin has read the whole series, so I'm a new reader to all this.
Mm-hmm.
I think, okay, so you like Percy Jackson, you like Harry Potter.
Correct. Yes. What are the deep dark secrets of the series that I don't know about, Ryan? That Kevin won't tell me.
So this is slightly adultish, and the fact that Harry. I mean, if you like, have you ever watched Psych at all?
Yes, I love Sean.
Think about the like wacky antics of Psych, but like even more dangerous.
Okay.
Is what I would think of it as. The guy Harry, he's an interesting person only because he just doesn't want to be involved in anything, but also he is involved in everything. But he's also, I don't know, he's just kind of got this wacky person. I think you would like it only because of his wacky personality. Because he makes very sarcastic jokes, which I think you appreciate very much.
I appreciate good sarcastic and dry humor. Yes.
I guess Tony Starkish almost.
Ooh, okay. You're enticing me a little more. I get you.
Basically, I know Kevin said the magic system is a little bit complicated. I don't think it's too complicated. I mean, this book is more setting up the entire world he's in. So I'll give you that, but like the magic system is very simple. I mean, you just have to
explain the system.
So basically, it's like more of you have to put your energy, your being into what your spells are, or what you're doing. So think more like he carries talisman, or he carries like little trinkets, kind of to use the magic. So like one moment, one of my favorite moments is where he's facing a vampire.
Yeah,
and apparently he captured sunlight in a napkin. And so he opens the napkin and sunlight hits the vampire in the face.
It's kind of like alchemy from Full Metal a little bit.
Kinda, yeah. So it's like, I mean, it's less about like him. He does his own spells, but a lot of it is him just like carrying around random items, and those random items just happen to have a little bit like magic in it. I think, I guess, kind of like it reminds me of John Constantine or Supernatural.
Okay, yeah,
kind of. Like it kind of like wizards like those instead of less Expelliarmus or something like that. But I think the murder mystery aspect of it definitely adds a different flair to it, because you could just have another magic book where it's a person just like fighting off monsters or something, like Percy Jackson, but this guy has to deal with both mortals, because he has to deal with gangsters and everything walking in there, but he also has to deal with magical people who also pose as gangsters.
Interesting. So does he like use magic against the mortals, or does
he definitely uses magic against the mortals.
Oh shit. Oh god.
No, he's not just gonna go and be like, oh well, I'm gonna hit you with my staff, or like I'm gonna shoot you. No, he's like, I'm a wizard, I'm gonna use. Now he can't kill anyone with it. That's a whole process he has to go against, because there is a magic council, as there is in anything,
right? A governing body.
So they're basically, they're kind of like saying you can't kill mortals, trying not to do this, but like his whole purpose for being a private investigator is dealing with helping the police deal with situations where magic has killed someone. If they like die on an unnatural cause, like got eaten by a demon,
their soul what are you gonna do with that? It's crazy.
Basically, I mean, the murder in this one is gruesome, and they go into very vivid detail. But
how sexy is it, Ryan?
How sexy is it? There's literally an entire chapter devoted to where one of the characters gets hit with a love potion.
Oh,
and they're also getting attacked by a demon.
Oh no!
And he's simultaneously trying to keep them from stripping him naked.
Yes.
Oh well, he's already naked. Yeah, he's simultaneously trying to stop her from having sex with him while also trying to kill a demon.
Nice.
I know, right? No, it's definitely adultish. It definitely is not for the faint of heart. And if you get queasy, well, that's your own problem.
Hold your lunch and don't eat anything before. All right, I'm enticed. I'm enticed. Any closing thoughts for you two boys, young lads?
I know you said you like don't have much time to read, but it's literally like it's barely over 300 pages.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
cool.
I was about to tell you, it's pretty short.
Sweet.
For a fantasy novel, it's pretty quick.
Like I'm holding it right now, and it's like, I mean, it's about the size of my hand.
Cool. All right.
It's only slightly longer than the Lightning Thief.
Interesting. Well, all right. I guess it's time for my verdict. I think I'll give it a try. I'll pick it up. I'll borrow the copy from Ryan. But yeah, I'll pick it up and see what it's like. Good job, boys. Good job on the pitch.
Cool. Do you want me to give you some small disclaimers?
Sure.
So
Kevin, don't kill the pitch now.
I'm not going to kill the pitch. So the Stormfront is really good. It's the book that got me interested in the series. Well, duh, it's the first book.
Yeah.
So it does a really good job of setting up characters, setting up the world,
Mhm.
and setting the tone. I will tell you right now that if you didn't care for it, it only gets better from there.
Okay.
Each book consecutively is better than the last, to the point where the first book, Stormfront, is actually the worst in the series. Only because
wow.
it is, yeah, only because it's a little on the simple side. But but it's still good. It's still a
Right,
good
yeah,
read.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll give it a try, boys. Good job on the pits. I'm proud of you guys. Good job on the pitch.
I feel like we could have done better, Ryan.
I think
should
so.
prep better.
No. It was fine. You guys did. I'm proud of you. Good job, boys.
Hey Ryan, you want to know what the second book is about?
Sure.
Werewolves.
Hot.
Ooh.
Twilight.
No.
Thank God.
But there's also like a lot of people don't really like the earlier books because of the sexism that's also prevalent in mystery fiction.
Right, yeah.
It's not as bad as I think people make it out to be, but it is still kind of like some of it here and there gonna be like, okay, that's a little odd. But the series, but the series does mature as it goes on.
That's
as
good.
where Jim Butcher, the writer, you can see how Jim Butcher, the author, matures as a person, and how that translates to also Carrie's character maturing through the series as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, I kind of see where you mean, where there's a little sexism in the early book.
Yeah. But on that note, it looks like we are out of time.
Aww.
Ripperoni.
Any closing thoughts from you guys?
I will definitely pick up the book from Ryan sometime this week. I don't know if I'll get to it, be able to finish it by next podcast, but in the future I'll give it my review of this book.
Closing thoughts, Ryan?
Read Doomsday Clock.
Read Doomsday Clock. I will try to read that before we record the next meeting.
And like Mysterious Benedict Society.
I also tell myself to like
Be more open, Kevin. Come on. Like Last of Us also.
Hey man, I'm gonna finish the book.
Can I get an okay? Can I get a good instead of an okay? I can accept a good. An okay just hurts.
So far I give it a 3 and a 3 out of 5. So it's still good. I would still call
That's
it a good book.
That's failing.
But in the world of rankings of movies and books, 3 out of 5 is good.
3 out of 5 is a 60%. That's failing.
No, you're comparing it to grade. It's different.
I know. I'm just kidding.
That's all I can get from Kevin. A 3 out of 5 is good from Kevin.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yes. Then if I give it 2 out of 5, then that's bad.
That's the bad situation. All right, Kevin, take us out.
Yeah. So I'll also leave a note for you guys as well. Next session we will talk about the Full Metal Alchemist and the Broken Angel game on PS2. I've only got a few hours in it so far, but we'll go on, and we will talk about more of Avatar and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood soon. The ball is in Zach's court.
I know, I'm sorry.
He has to watch more.
I'm so sorry.
I'm almost done with season 2 of Avatar.
You're not done with the whole series yet, bro?
No, so I'm pausing a little bit.
You let me catch up?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you catch up.
I was about to say, anime is the easiest thing to binge watch, guys.
Okay, I'll try. I got some time now.
All right.
I guess Kingdom Hearts gets put to the side.
This is
no.
You can just watch one episode a day, 20 minutes. That's all it takes.
I know. All right.
Taking us out. This has been Committed Critics. You can listen to us on Podbean, Spotify, and YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter at Committed Crits. That is COMMITTED CRITS. Support us on Patreon, linked in the description. Just a few dollars a month, maybe even just $1 a month would be super helpful for us to keep the show on the air. Special thanks to our sound engineer, Jordan Smearman. Happy birthday again. And we will see you in 2 weeks.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.